Hey guys, so today in this video we're going to be making some protein fideo. Let's get into it. We're going to be using some chicken bone broth. This is 40 calories with 9 grams of protein. I'll be using about 2 to 3 cups of this. We'll figure it out once we get started. I'm going to use a few of these little mini sweet peppers, a cube of the bouillon, 1 garlic clove, a quarter of an onion. We're going to be using protein spaghetti. To season the fideo, we're going to be using garlic salt. We're going to have some chicken in there, a cup of carrots, and pollo asado to season our chicken. So I already have my pot with a little bit less than halfway of water. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything together that I want to boil first. Be my tomato. I'm going to have this boil until tender. The onion, only a quarter of an onion. Think about this much onion, 3 little peppers. Cut the stems off and go ahead and put that to boil as well until tender. So I'm going to go ahead and weigh my potatoes. I have it in grams. This gives me 332 grams. I have a standard that I follow for the rest of potatoes. I have 221 grams as a base for 1 potato. So because of that, I get the 332 divided by the 221, and that gives me the serving for this potato, for these 2 potatoes. So that would be 1.5 of a serving rounded. This gives me 255 calories for these 2 potatoes and about 7 grams of protein. Using 1 cup of the carrots. These are Kroger brand baby carrots. Zero this out. Make sure I have this in ounces. This gives me about 8 ounces for a cup, more or less a cup. I went ahead and looked up 3 ounces gives you 35 calories. Dividing 8 ounces by 3 and it'll give me 2.76. And that is my serving for the carrots. That gives me 97 calories just for that 1 cup. Go ahead and get these in boiling as well. Gonna go ahead and add 1 cup of the bone broth in with everything else. And I'm also gonna go ahead and measure my chicken and get that in there cooking as well. I'm gonna try my best to cook everything together before I put in the pasta. So this is zeroed out in ounces, and these 3 tenders give me 9 ounces. I like to go anywhere between 8 to 10 ounces of chicken when it comes to this soup. I am serving this soup for the whole family. So at the end of this video, I'll give you a total of the whole soup and how you would probably divide it among each. Or if you decide to meal prep fideo, I mean, why not? While all of that is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my pasta. And I am going to break apart into small pieces to make it look like fideo. And I like to use anywhere between 5 to 6 ounces. So again, to cut down on some of the calories for this soup, we end up using cooking spray to kind of fry the pasta a little bit. But you can use oil if you want to. Just make sure you count that into the calories. So the macros will change if you use oil. Go ahead and season your pasta with the garlic salt. You want to move this around until it gets a little toasty or brown. And then once it is, you can go ahead and set it aside until we're ready to put it into the pot. Oh, and make sure you don't forget your bouillon, your little cube of bouillon. So now some of the things that I needed to be nice and tender are ready to go. And that is the tomato, the miniature bell peppers, the onion, and the garlic clove. And cover that up and let it continue to cook. So again, you're gonna need the bell peppers, the tomato, the onion, and the garlic clove. And here I'm gonna go ahead and add another cup of chicken bone broth, 1 can of Hunt's tomato sauce. I usually like to add half of a lemon. Go ahead and add this into your soup. All right, chicken is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out because I like to shred my chicken. While I put that there, I'm gonna go ahead and add the pasta into the soup to allow for the pasta to start cooking. And this is how I'm gonna go ahead and shred my chicken. I love this method. There you go. So quick and so easy. A little messy, but that's okay. Chicken is shredded, and we're gonna use the same pan that we cooked our pasta in. It's okay, you don't have to clean it, just leave it as is because it still has a little bit of garlic salt. Doesn't matter. Gonna go ahead and spray it with some cooking spray. Put your chicken in. Season the chicken with pollo asado. So I don't like to overcook my chicken, so I'm just gonna let it sit here for like a minute or two, kind of move it around, and then get that seasoning all around into the chicken, and then move it aside. Once the pasta is about ready, I'll go ahead and put the chicken back into the pot, mix it up, and it's ready to serve. All right, soup is about ready. I'm gonna go ahead and add the chicken back into the pot. And here you have it. This is some very delicious high protein fideo. Well, high protein for it being fideo and calorie friendly. So for that whole pot, it feeds maybe about 7 to 8 people. The total calories for that pot is 1,247 calories with 115 grams of protein. That is a lot of protein for a fideo soup. That's normally not the case at all. If I were to divide that by, I don't know, let's say 5 people, it would be about 249 per bowl, about 23, 24 grams of protein, depending on how you're dividing it. But that is really good for a pot of fideo that can serve many people, or you can have a lot of leftovers for the rest of the week. Kind of up to you how you want to do that. But try it out and let me know what you think.